Hey friends, it's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living. I'm just getting my shoes on. I just got back from my morning run. The kids have gone to school, but I forgot you guys behind. I wanted to show you. We had our very first full-on snowfall this last night, and I didn't even know it was supposed to snow. So let me turn you around. Ta-da! It's not deep or anything, but let me tell you something, sir. The kids were so excited, and I have to be honest, I was a little excited too. I didn't have their snow pants down from the attic. I had to rush up and get those and find their boots. I had all the intention of doing that last weekend. Like, they had their heavy fall jackets on, but not their winter stuff. But now that it snowed, they got their stuff on. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. It's going to be a busy day today. I went to sleep hungry. I shouldn't have, but I went to sleep hungry, and I was dreaming of Chinese food. Not that I make authentic Chinese food, I can tell you that, but I think I'm going to whip up some sweet and sour meatballs and some fried rice, but I don't have any rice, so I might make like noodles, a noodle dish or something. And either some sort of a stir fry or something. I don't know. I'm just hungry, and I haven't even had my morning coffee, and I only got my rinky-dink sneakers on that have a hole in the toe. But I love the white stuff. I love the snow. I love winter, honestly. Summer and fall and everything. I love winter though. I really do. I'd take a blizzard over a heat wave. That's me though. Yeah. Everything is just a light dusting. Now this will probably all be gone by tomorrow, but hey, we have a little taste of it, and it's the kickoff of, you know, what this season is gonna be like, maybe? Never know. Anyways, let's go in. I'm gonna make my coffee. Oh yes! I got a whole chicken in the microwave defrosting. Those meatballs have another 12 minutes. I'm gonna make myself some bread. Okay, I'm trudging along. Mr. Mays just got up. It's about 9:40, let me look, 9:46 in the morning. So the bread's in the oven, or not in the oven, by the oven, rising for an hour. The first batch of meatballs are out. Here's a picture. And I still have some raw hamburger in that first metal bowl from this morning. I was going to do up the rest. And I took out another package of meatballs. I think I'm going to do, like the ones that I cooked already will be for supper tonight. And I'm going to do another whole batch of meatballs for New Year's Eve, because I always do a big, you know, Canadian Chinese food buffet, and we have a big bash. So this will be one thing off my list. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so that second pan of meatballs are in the oven. There's about 26 minutes left for those. I still have probably half a pan of meatballs, so those will be for the deep freezer. And I was digging around, rummaging around. I found one package of these. I might ask my husband to swing by and pick up another one of those. And I do it up with like sesame oil and stuff like that. And that whole chicken is in the microwave. I'm not sure if I'm going to roast it or cut it up and roast it. We'll see. Oh yeah, and that bread has, see how much it's rising? 15 more minutes, and then it'll be ready to, you know, poke down and put in the pans. and it's only 10:15. I'm getting things done. I have the oven door open over there. Ignore all those boxes beside the wood stove. I'm going to bag those up in a minute for recycle. Or I might burn them, but the kitchen's already kind of warm anyways. That's that third tray of meatballs. It's almost a full tray, not quite. The bread is over there on the oven rise, and there's about 10 minutes left of that second rise. And I had the door open to cool the oven down, because usually when I make bread, I do it from a stone cold oven when I start baking it. So it's not going to be stone cold, but it'll be a lot cooler than whatever. Once that bread is done, it bakes for about 16, 17 minutes. Then, no, that's a lie. It bakes for 22, 23 minutes. I'll put that third thing of meatballs in, and then I'll start working on the chicken. But while I'm waiting for that time to put the bread in, I'm going to chop up some onions, because some are going to be for the, if I make beef and broccoli, that, or a noodle dish, or fried rice, or whatever. But I like onions in everything. So, let's get chopping. I gotta get myself under control, because I keep thinking of dishes that I want to eat, so I'm starting to make stuff. Alright, this is for the sweet and sour meatballs. I usually shred up carrot too, but I don't think I'm gonna bother today. This is for the chicken and black bean sauce, the noodle dish, the beef and broccoli, and the fried rice. I'm gonna cut up a little celery for the fried rice, nice and small. And yeah, I just rotated the pans of bread. They'll be done in 11 minutes. I'll take them out, glaze them with butter, and then I'll bake this pan of meatballs. And then the meatballs will be done. Oh yeah, and a time check, let's see, 11:26. So I kind of deboned the chicken. I didn't do a great job, but I tore the limbs off and, you know, got the breast meat off. There's still quite a bit of like little stuck on meat to the bones. I'm going to freeze that carcass because I can make some chicken soup out of that. I'm not wasting that, waste not, want not, right? But I'm debating on making black bean sauce or hoisin chicken with roasted sesame seeds. But I'm thinking if I'm making sweet and sour meatballs, that's already kind of a sweet dish. I don't need to use hoisin sauce. If you don't know, hoisin sauce is kind of like an Asian sweet barbecue. At least that's what it's like in my mind. And it's really tasty, but I don't need to have two sweet dishes. So, yeah, I think I'll stick with the black bean chicken. Okay. There. I just put those meatballs for the sweet and sour meatballs in the slow cooker and just on keep warm because I haven't made the sauce yet, but I put the onions and peppers in there. So I still have a gloved hand. I don't want to touch these. I think I'm just going to roast them all up together. If I have to put some more in after they're all done, closer to the end, I certainly don't mind that. Let me find my, here they are. Oh, I still got to cut up an onion for this. I'll cut up an onion to throw in there. So yeah, I ended up taking the drumsticks off and cutting the big chicken breast into 3 pieces. So yeah. And time check, it's only 12 o'clock. So I'll bake this probably at 350 for an hour. And in that meantime, I'm going to cut up the beef for the beef and broccoli. Yeah, so, oh, I just want to throw some of this in here. And I'll get an onion, guys. This is just soy sauce. I'm not going to add anything else to it until the end when we start putting the black bean sauce and some more spices in there. Ooh, it's good, it's good. All right, it's time to start cleaning up some of this kitchen. Dish rotation time. Alright, I'm going to whip up a sweet and sour sauce, and you can jazz this up in so many different ways. I'm doing a simple, basic, really simple sweet and sour sauce. Sometimes I do it with chili sauce, sometimes I do it with grape jelly with this stuff, sometimes I add a whole bunch of different seasonings. Today is just a straight up, easy peasy stuff that you have in your house anyways. And there's no specific measurements, it's all according to your taste. Ketchup, brown sugar, and some vinegar. That's it, folks. That'll make a sweet and sour sauce. You can add, I'll probably add a little soy sauce to it, just to get the darker color. You can add onion powder and all that kind of stuff. I might add a little of that, but it's just a matter of what you like and what your family likes. Well, my battery died while I was starting up that beef and broccoli. I'm just doing it on like medium. This isn't really so much of a how-to I do it, because I'm kind of cheating. I have a beef and broccoli seasoning pack. Really I should have 2 for this amount, but I'll just add some spices to it. It'll be all good. Mace! And usually I marinate my beef overnight, but whatever. So that beef, or the chicken, black bean chicken, I haven't added any black bean sauce to it. You'll have to hold your horses there, bub. So I put tin foil on it at first. I'm going to put it back in the oven without the tin foil on it, with a little black bean sauce on it. Sauce on it? I forget if I told you. Oh yeah, you've seen me put the mushrooms and stuff in there. So, black bean sauce. I get it just at the grocery store. Shake it up. And I think I have some home canned black beans. I have to look. If not, I'll tell my husband to pick some up when on his way home. But I usually can up my own. However, I don't know what I have left down in the basement. Yeah, this chicken has only been in a half hour, so it's certainly not done. But I want it to be more roasted than, yeah, like more of a roasted flavor. Usually, like I say, usually I fry the chicken, just like in a little bit of oil on the pan. I'm just trying to simplify these things because I got a lot of meals on the go. So, I might leave the tin foil on, just not tight. just like that. And I'll go for another half hour and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I put that beef on the back burner and that chicken's still in the oven. That beef isn't cooked all the way. It's about halfway cooked. It'll still be red in the middle. Only because I don't have any broccoli right now. My husband's bringing some home. And I want to fry it up slowly with the broccoli when it gets here, and then I add the seasoning and stuff like that. But this jump starts it and saves me about 20 minutes when it's closer to supper time. These are the vegetables that I'm going to do for the Thai noodles or whatever I'm going to do with it. And I'm just going to saute them up so they're a bit softer. And then I'll put them on the... Ooh, that's on. Why is that on? Just a minute, babe. Okay, I'll fix it in just a minute. Anyways, just so they're a bit softer, I just put maybe a tablespoon of vegetable oil in here. And I'm going to do the noodles last because they take so, less than 5 minutes to make. And then I throw them in the pan and sizzle them up with the vegetables. And that's it. So, I'll bring you back in a little while. Oh, I think Mr. Mays needs a little attention. Can we go show everybody the Christmas tree from yesterday? We decorated one Christmas tree yesterday. Let's go show everybody.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
You can see it. You know where it is.
I can't see it.
Okay, well I'm going to go show them. Are you coming?
Sure.
Okay.
You need to turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off.
Yes.
So,
Hey, check it out. I found something.
ta-da! It's hard to see because the drape's drawn. All right. I'm showing everybody the tree.
Pablo, watch out.
It's not plugged in. I'll show you a picture of it because even if I turn the lights on in here, it's hard to tell. But the color is like a dusty gold. Maze, simmer down now. Dusty gold, like a matted silver, black, and like sparkly gold and silver with a star on top. We dug out some of the Christmas movies from the attic. I think we're going to watch this one today. We got lots and lots of... I love Christmas movies. I can watch all these kids' cartoons myself.
Turn that off.
Turn it off? All right. So these are the meatballs for New Year's Eve. I let them cool completely. I'm going to wrap them in tin foil and put them in this big Ziploc bag. I just take out New Year's Eve, make sauce, combine, warm in slow cooker. Or keep warm in slow cooker. Happy New Year's, and it's made today. If I wanted to freeze these and take, 10 out at a time, I would flash freeze them in my deep freezer, like on a cookie sheet, until they were frozen, and then freeze them so they don't stick together. I don't know. Even if these stick together, I don't care because I'm going to defrost them all at the same time and cook them or reheat them all at the same time. So, makes things simple. So, yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll put it down in the deep freezer. So these are cooked just how I like them. They're not cooked all the way, but they're not, completely raw. And I'll just sizzle up this with the noodles. If I had tofu, that would be good in this too. But with some sesame oil, and that'll be done. But I just brought those meatballs downstairs, and look what I found. I forgot I had leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. So I'm going to defrost this, chop it up, and we're going to have turkey fried rice. I can't stop myself, guys. But it's going to be good. Alright, took the noodle veggies out. Time for the fried rice. The turkey's in the microwave defrosting. Dare I say it? Turkey bacon fried rice. Oh yeah. Alright, so I cut up that turkey. I think I'm going to have to divide this into 2 pans because there's not going to be enough room for the rice. But fried rice is good with a whole bunch of stuff. And that black bean chicken's in there. I'm doing bacon in the oven. And it's not as high as I usually would cook it at. Usually it's at 410 degrees is what I usually cook it at. This is only on 350, so I'm just going to let it go low and slow, and when that chicken's done, I'll take it out and kick the oven up a notch to make it a little more crispy. Oh, time check, it's 1:34. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go read a story to Mr. Mays and kick back a bit. Let me turn you around. You haven't really been I haven't been talking to you guys face to face since this morning. You've seen my hands and my belly and my arms and whatnot, but yeah, I'm feeling really good. I feel like making cookies. Do you guys ever get like in a kitchen day? I find baking is really a great stress reliever for me. I could bake and bake and bake and bake and bake, or I could cook and cook and cook and cook and cook, and I make sure I clean up as I go, or I try my best. The dishwasher is almost done the second load. Otherwise it's a disaster at the end of the day, and by that time you're too tired to clean up. So I just need to wait on the broccoli, the basmati rice, and the egg rolls. And then I can whip it all, you know, bring it all together, and it's gonna be good. Yeah, the kids will get home and thinking, because they'll be home, it's 1:34, they get home around 2:45, and they're gonna ask, is there a party or something like that? Because usually I get on kicks like this, you know, when I'm hosting a great big group of people. But I'll be able to eat Chinese food, my version of Chinese food, the simplified style, for a couple of days, and I'm pretty pumped about that. So yeah, let's go pick out a story. I think we'll go with this one. It's not so much as a Christmas or holiday one, it's more of a winter one, but 10 on the sled. What do you think, May's good?
Don't.
He's a crank right now. I'm reading it with or without him. Alright, I just took the bacon out. I didn't even have to turn it up. Well, actually, I just took that chicken out. It does not look pretty, but I just tasted it and it tastes so good. And it doesn't even have the black beans in it, but it does have black bean sauce. So if I don't get the black beans before it's supper time, it's still going to be good. But yeah, so normally when I do bacon in the oven, it only takes about 15 minutes. This did it, you know, but it's at a higher temperature. This was at 350 for about 45 minutes, and it turned out perfect. It's not too crispy, it's not too, you know, soft. I'm gonna take it off, put it on some paper towel, let it drain, chop it up, and put it in the pan with the turkey and the veggies, and then we'll just be waiting on the rice. Dishes number 3. Alright, it's 2:54. I got a silly goose right there behind me. And the girls are home from school. It's time for coffee number 2 of the day. Alright, time check, guys. It's 4:24 and I'm hungry. Since the time I last checked in, I ran down to the little store that's here in the village, but they didn't have any rice. My husband's picking some up. I'm just tired of waiting for him. But I have to wait for him. But they didn't have any, and they didn't have broccoli, so I am going to wait for them. But the kids are getting hungry, so they just might skip over and have the sweet and sour meatballs and noodle dish. But right now, I'm about to do the noodles, and you can use different noodles. This is what I had, like the Rooster instant noodles. It says to cook for noodles cook max 1 minute. Yeah, it only takes a jiffy, you know, to do this. I'll do it for 30 seconds to a minute, take the noodles out, and then put them in a frying pan with those vegetables I did up today. So let's get cracking. Well, my husband just walked in the door and I snatched that rice out of his hands. So I have a video on how to make basmati rice. It's so super simple. It's 2 cups of rice to 3 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, blob of butter, any salt or anything you want. Cover it up, take it off the heat, leave it for 20 minutes. Easy peasy. So I have this sucker on high. Mr. Mays has his nose out of joint. And a couple of the little ones didn't want to wait. So there's some noodles and meatballs. I'm waiting until everything's all done. I'm hungry, but I want to enjoy the whole full meal deal. These were the egg rolls my husband got. So I just put those in the oven. Look at that pretty color. Ooh, I got the hiccups. I ate 1 meatball. I find meatballs give me the hiccups for some reason. Every time. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright guys, time check, it's 6:02. And no, I still haven't eaten my supper. And if I don't eat soon, I'm gonna bite somebody's head off. Not really, but I just had a zip to pick up one of the babies from a visit, and I'm doing the nighttime routine for the little ones, but I'll just show you. I just divided the fried rice, bacon, and turkey and veggies. So I'm gonna start on 1 pan of this. And then I'll do the second pan. But after the first pan's done, I'm mowing down. And the egg rolls are all done. And underneath is that black bean chicken. Alright, I squished it all onto 1 plate so it doesn't look pretty. But fried rice, turkey and bacon. Some sweet and sour meatballs with onions and peppers. An egg roll. That Thai sesame veggie noodle dish. The right there is the chicken and black bean sauce. And then there's the beef and broccoli. So I'm gonna dig in, guys. Alright guys, let me see. Now, I'm not going to sit here and eat this whole thing in front of you because I'm so hungry I'd look like an animal. But, get a better look at it because, there we go. Now, I'm going to do a lot of this stuff again at New Year's, but I'll get into a little more detail and I'll put a little more effort into it, you know what I mean? But, I had a hankering. When you got a hankering, you got to fill that gap. I'll just taste a little bit with the black bean chicken. Oh, that's good. That's hitting the spot already. I first learned to like Chinese food, or like I didn't really eat it growing up. But one of my first jobs was working at a little hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant in Halifax, way down by the dockyards till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, with this little old man, Mr. Lee. And, he'd always give me supper, so I would try almost everything on the menu, as long as it didn't have seafood in it. And I've never looked back since. I love Chinese food, so... Anyways, my mouth is watering. I want to dig in, and I just wanted to thank you for hanging out with me today, making the bread and just making this food. And I got other stuff done today too, like I did the floors and I did the laundry and I did the dishes umpteen times, my regular daily stuff. But yeah, peace, love, and happiness. And yeah, I can hear the babies out there. I need to put them up to bed here shortly, so. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to. And come back tomorrow. I'll be up to something. I don't know what yet, but there'll be something going on in this neck of the woods. Alright, keep your stick on the ice. Bye, guys. Oh, I'm so full. Was it worth it? Oh, heck yes.